Any better? Finally, we're getting somewhere. For some reason, it had changed the settings to be monitor only, not output. You can hear my voice again. Well, that's such a shame, isn't it? I still sound like I'm echoing in my own head, but never mind. Let's see if I can do something about that before we carry on. Can you still hear me now? Hopefully I'll turn the echoing off. Do I sound better now? Right, we'll just go with that and then see what anyone says. Sound better? Brilliant. Right, we'll start that again, shall we? Right, Edinburgh to Glasgow, new timetable mod. On Train Sim Community website. I'll be honest with you, I can't remember the name, but well done to them. What's the username they've used? No, I've got to give them a fair shout out, I suppose. Where are we? NayaFaze, the username is. So well done to them. And we are in a lovely 385. Been a while since I last drove this. This could be an absolute disaster. Let's get the doors open. I'm being lazy. We have got the sound mod installed as well for the 385. We don't care what number this is, so we'll just go with it. Which one is it? Is it that one? So long since I last drove this. I don't think there's any announcements on this. I'm not really caring about the fake ones that we can put on. So yeah, we've got some HST over here. Everyone loves a bit of HST. I believe it's also got the interior for the Scott Rail as well. Indeed it does. Anyway, enough of me rabbling after that epic fail. How's everybody else today? Are we all doing good? We'd have had some headlights on, wouldn't it? We'll have him full beam with blind people. Let's get our door shut. I'm not waiting for people either. Should have got on straight away. So much quieter with this model as well compared to that horrible sound we've got already. This always looks a bit off though, even in the current current build for Rivet Games, the brightness into that tunnel. Gonna start buying bits for the new PC later. Yeah, you're going back for a new PC build, aren't you? Yeah, I'm only until about 2ish, maybe quarter past at the latest, just to make up for the 15 minutes we've just wasted because of that. So we can go up to 50 now. What have I forgotten here? Alright, DSD. Right, we'll turn that on then. Again, I'm being lazy. The joys of Fridays, eh? Absolutely teaming it down here. I don't know what it's like where obviously you lot are, but it's absolutely bashing it down. That sounded a bit odd, didn't it? Yeah, so we're actually a 7 car, as it does say on the TMS screen. Sunburn is calling. Yeah, the bitch slap's coming as well. FPS counter, we're looking at low 70s. Thought it'd go a bit different because we did My Old May the other day and everyone else seems to be doing that as well. And then of course we got the announcement for Cardiff City Network yesterday. I think the preview was the 13th with the release actually the 18th. I could be wrong on the preview. I know the release is definitely the 18th. Usual pricing, you know, £29.99. I think it's €34.99 or dollars, whichever way around it is. I have no idea. Shaping up to be a nice little route, that actually. It'll be healed by the time I get to you. Well, I'll still bitch slap you. Yeah, thanks very much everyone coming in. Bit spontaneous, like me, you know. I never seem to announce when I'm going live. I'll just do it and I've done with it. We'll have about a minute or two at Bishopsbridge, so we'll be able to have a bit of a nosy. Better slow down actually. The last time I played this, the brakes weren't all that brilliant. Yeah, I say it last time because I've not actually played it since downloading the mod. I literally downloaded the mod before I came live and then just straight into it. But already with the 385 sound mod, it sounded loads better compared to the original version. I don't know if all 7 will actually fit on. It must do, surely. Oh, emergency brake. There you go. That shows how weak these brakes are, doesn't it? Very sensitive. What are we going? We're on 8 cam. Well, at least we've actually got people getting off, and maybe not necessarily on, but we've got people getting off. Oh, look at the back. Is the back on? Well, I'd say that's a win, really. We'll get that one shot. Even the door sounds sound a lot better. Anything interesting going on? No? Alright, okay. What's going on out here? Scott Rail van. Surprised it's still got his wheels on it. Aloha. Hello. Goodbye. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get our door shut. Mild May's alright. It gets boring very quickly. Yeah, I used to be one of those that used to play a timetable from start to finish and not leave it. As where now I'll literally do 1 or 2 runs on a route and then I probably won't play it again for a considerable amount of time, just so I don't see myself getting bored on it. BB. I'll be very surprised if that command even works. It used to with Nightbot, but whether it does on this one or not, I don't know. So Lindsay is our next stop. I think we're calling it pretty much every single stop as we go, aren't we? Lindsay, Falkirk High, oh Haymarket. So we're not stopping at Ludlow. No, wrong button. Trying to unlock the doors again. I was meant to press T, not Y. Yes, that didn't work as well as it should have done. Okay, I know that for the future. That's actually meant to tag the person. Never mind. What's coming up over there? Another 385. I'll go and give that a tweak when I stop at Lindsay if I have enough time. Yeah, it's a shame they couldn't tweak the brakes on this thing, isn't it? Yeah, maybe I should be a little bit slower than that. It's a little bit misleading. But yeah, anyone got any plans for the weekend at all? It'll just be the usual football journey for me. Although we don't play till Sunday tomorrow, so I've technically got the day free. Going bowling with the missus. Not been bowling for years. Who's the more serious player though, you or the missus? Let's have a look, see if I can tweak stream elements while that's on in the background. I'm probably going to leave very late in a minute, but never mind. I am just looking on the stream elements, although I don't think it's going to give me enough time to look. I don't think that's going to work either, but we'll have to go with it as we go. You're more competitive, I can probably very much believe that. Try that command again, Yorkshire lad. I mean, I can't guarantee it'll work, but it might be one of those that I'll have to wait until the next stream. That's coming in a bit fast, isn't it, for a 170? Right, we're not waiting the 15 seconds, we'll get going. I think we're now... Falkirk High is next, and then we are fast to Haymarket. No, it didn't work again. Right, shock horror. I really need to set up that variable a bit better. We've got 15 miles. We'll have a little slow, gradual increase. That's where I'm going wrong, because I used the wrong variable. Perfect reason to get a spad here now, because I'm not even looking at what I'm doing. Right, there we go. Right. Try one more time. Otherwise next time I'll just have to wait. Honestly, eh? Doing things on the fly. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be a straight fast. If it was going to be a... It's still being an absolute knobhead, isn't it? Right, it'll have to wait till next time. Where was it going to? Yeah, if I'd known this was going to be as fast as it was, then I would have picked a more slower service. I'm pretty certain for the HST it is literally just ECS runs. Which everyone does like a bit of an ECS run, but you want something to actually do with it. Where was we? Yeah, we're down here, aren't we? Going a bit fast. I've got to make sure the acceleration works okay. And now we've gone horribly cloud. Marvellous. Right, let's get rid of some of this because we don't want all that. Where are we going? Environmental. And we've got fog, mist, whatever you want to call it. We'll get rid. I don't know. I think they did incorporate the 380 in the sprinter timetable for Edinburgh, Glasgow. I don't think it does a lot of services, but it does have some. But I think it's just one formation that goes up and down. You don't like see AI ones. Yeah, well that weather is a bit dodgy, isn't it? What's going on? It's just like a mist, isn't it? I don't know, let's have a look. Environmental settings, what we've got. Wetness, perception, and cloud. Right, okay, so let's very slowly move this up without breaking it. In fact, we'll do this one first. And then we'll take the cloud up, get rid of that. And then we'll slowly move it without breaking it. When it wants to stop. There we go. Got there in the end. Yeah, it does have a day's worth of services. Like I say, I think it's just the one formation that runs up and down. So rather it than be you drive it and then you see it as the AI, it's literally just that one formation that goes up and down. Although I do think it's an 8 carb, but that's besides the point. I have got pretty much everything, any mod that actually is usable for this on there. Same as the Fife circle one too. Okay, Yorkshire lad, thanks for popping in. Take care, mate. Looks nice and sunny out there now that I've got rid of it. Hopefully Stream Elements is going to behave now that I've had a bit of a tweak with it. Everybody else getting that Friday feeling where you're kind of excited that it's weekend, but you kind of like had enough because you're all knackered from the week that's been on. I'm a bit like that. Wouldn't say I've had the most busiest of weeks, but nonetheless I've still got that feeling for, well, this kind of drained me this week, so roll on later week and just chill out a bit. Falkirk High will be next, about 5.6 miles away. Really should do one of these in the evening. Then I can just sit down, chill out, and have nothing to worry about then, instead of being like time constraints. I believe this is the branch off towards Stirling now, isn't it? Or is it Alloa Stirling? I don't know. I'm sure someone will correct me in a minute. Don't really know Scottish that well. Interesting that the neutral section didn't kick in then. Did the neutral section never work on these? Being shouted from here, there and everywhere. One doesn't know. Almost where we need to be now. Start slowing it down because the brakes again are absolutely awful on this thing. Is anybody an actual fan of the Edinburgh-Glasgow route then, in general? I mean, obviously, if you can get the mod a bit. If you can't, you can't. Why does that look like there is now rain appearing? Yeah, there is rain. That's because I've messed about with the sky like that now. Yeah, do feel free if you're watching along, do feel free to say hello. Got any questions to ask, by all means, go for it. I'll answer them if I can. If you're just watching along, absolutely fine. Here's our approach to Falkirk High. do nicely. Interestingly though, where's Falkirk Low? I'm assuming then that must be in this back section here that was never included. At a guess. It must be along here somewhere. If there is in real life something that goes there. Unless it just meets off in a triangle there, I don't know. Again, I'm sure someone in the Scottish area will let me know. We've got rain and sunshine. This is not what I wanted. Wind strength's absolutely fine, doesn't bother me in the slightest. Where have we got? No idea. Got 30 seconds or so to go, and then we're out of here. Or we'll just go now because I'm impatient. Well, we now run fast to Haymarket. I'm sure we can do fast. That is 22 miles. Good afternoon, good morning, Amela. How are you doing? Welcome in. We're just trying out the new Edinburgh Glasgow timetable mod from 2024. I think it's based in winter 2024 timetable. I'm doing very well, thank you very much, sir. Another completely unplanned stream, but then they usually are. I should really set up a schedule of some sort, but it's one of those that I can never stick to them. Yeah, I suppose Edinburgh to Glasgow in a route in itself it can be a bit of a boring run, can't it? Because there's just lots of gaps of nothing. Especially if you're running a fast service, you know, you're not stopping as much. So it is very rarely that I even come to Edinburgh Glasgow at all. Same with Fife. I mean, I can't play Fife at the moment. I mean, obviously with the mod I can, but in terms of without the mod, it's just pretty much dull as dishwater at the moment. Nice to see you on YouTube. Twitch is a pain in the arse. Yeah, I was originally streaming on Twitch, and then I was streaming to Twitch via the AMD Adrenaline settings. A bit of a group drop there, weren't they? But for some reason, it didn't like Twitch. So I went to OBS and I thought Twitch is good for streaming in a way, but it doesn't save any videos, or at least not for a long period of time. I think it's after 14 days or something like that, it deletes it, or maybe even 60 days, something like that. As where YouTube, you stream it and it saves it. Now, I'm not too fussed if it saved it or not. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that it has, and I know I've got more followers over on the Twitch side because that's more of a gaming platform. But it's just sort of a bit easier now for me to use YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I still use Twitch to like watch other people, but predominantly now I'll use YouTube. You back at work today, Emily? Just going to see if this command actually works now. I've tweaked with it again since before. See if it actually recognises that I've done it. And I don't think it... Oh, yes, it does. It's recognised me. But I've also left the other thing in it as well. So, at least we know we're kind of close with that now. So, while we're just going to slow down a little bit, I'll go and tweak that little bit out. And do that. And that should now be absolutely correct. Where are we? Back in on Monday, going to prayers later. Oh, right, okay. Is that far away from you? Is it just up the road? What have we got there? Another 385. Ping, bloody ping in my ears. What's going on now? Nothing of importance, like usual. Right, anyway, disappear. Oh, of course, any excuse for a train ride, isn't it, eh? What do you get? M9, M7? Or are you unlucky and get an M3? Max it up to the 100. It's usually the M7, but about 30% of the time an M9 shows up. Well, anything is better than an M3, let's be honest. I mean, obviously driving them in train sim world is one thing, but I wouldn't like to actually ride in one in real life. Let's just return to there. It's not quite gone how I wanted to plan. Just fiddling with things in the background. Oh God, no! Please don't mention a 313. It's an insult to the British rail community. All I can say is thank God they are all scrapped, or at least most of them are, apart from the one that's in preserve. I couldn't have picked a more boring one here, could I? Really? Let's be honest. It's not exactly the greatest of routes to play. Never been on a 314. Been on 313 4 times. and on each occasion it broke down. That's what you call bad luck. 314, to be fair, probably wouldn't be so bad because it's an overhead rather than third rail. But I can't really slam the 314 since I've never been on it. I'm a bit fast, never mind. But yeah, the 313, I've been in it 4 times and it's broke down all 4 times. So you can see where my hate comes for. I think I might, when I get to Edinburgh, I might route hop to Fife. I was going to stick to the timetable, but quite frankly, I'm already bored. That's a disclaimer, by the way, that's not the actual timetable that's making me bored, it's just the route itself. Yes, 313s, they used to go to Portsmouth, they used to go West Coast way, so between Portsmouth, Littlehampton, Bognor Regis, Brighton, and then more predominantly they was used on the Brighton to Seaford services, or the Brighton to Lewis shuttles, which obviously now is all 377. Let's slow down actually, I've got an 80 coming up. Soon be at Haymarket. Not really past much traction. I'm guessing there's not much traction that uses this in general anyway. Obviously, I know you've got your Dunblane and your Alloa. Then you've got the rare occurrence of a Sterling LNER that goes up that way. Take it back up to 100 again. You can just get rid of the mouse there because I didn't realise it was on. Yes, this is the sound mod for the 385 that was recommended as a requirement to get the full use out of the mod, and I must say it is so much better than listening to that awful sound we already have on the 385. I've not seen you much around the streams on the Train Sim World official pages recently. Are you still doing that, or is that something that you no longer have the viable time to do? Yeah, sometimes usually in the background and whatnot. Usually clients and me not being home. Oh, that's fair enough. I did inquire during Matt's charity stream that he did for Game Blast. There wasn't a single mod around for about 8 hours of the Saturday stream, and there was kind of one that was needed. I did message Alex to request to go onto it, and he's put it on the notes for me to go on there, but so far it hasn't actually been applied. Although to be fair, last night I wasn't even in the roadmap stream. I started watching it after it had finished. Yeah, I'm not actually sure what's wrong with him. I think no one knows. I wish him well, of course. I don't think it's like massively serious, but obviously it's enough to be off work for the time being. So yeah, I do hope it's a speedy recovery for him. Now it's looking a bit more busier. That red light should be us getting held just outside Haymarket Station. Another neutral section if it was active, but it clearly isn't. There was quite a lot of sky glitches. In the end, it actually infuriated me to the point of where I turned it off. So I actually missed both 9 darters as well. Although my oldest lad actually caught the first one because it came back on, and I thought, nah, enough's enough now. I'm going to just come and sit on the PC for a bit. So he caught the first one, and then it glitched again, and then I just turned it off, and then we didn't bother, and completely missed the Rob Cross one. So no, I didn't see the incident at all. I don't know anything of incidents that happened. So we are being held. What for? We are being held for Avanti West Coast. Typical, impatient, get it out of the way. Yeah, so I came in here during the sky glitches, and I remember my lad shouting through, he's on for a 9 darter, he's on for a 9 darter. Now, he's seen a 9 darter. His first ever 9 darter he saw was Damon Heta in the, I think it wasn't the Bahrain, wasn't it? It was sometime. It was one of the tournaments this year that he's seen it, and that was the first ever one. And my youngest lad was like, "Oh, no, I've not seen a 9 dart before. I've not seen a 9 dart before." So they were both watching it last night. They saw the 9 dart, and they both went absolutely bananas, like they've just seen a goal get scored or something. Now I've just realised that I'm here excessively early. So how long am I going to have to wait? I mean, that's still got a red, so I could be here for a little while. That does exiting the platform there, does it really? It's not like I can even delete the train either, so we just have to sit tight for a minute. So, right, well, I don't even know what the RA is in this, so I'll have to guess. Let's have a look. Where is it? There it is. Apparently, as Aspinall was waiting for Littler to come onto the stage, someone launched a pint at Littler or at Aspinall. Because if it was Littler, then that's going to be the second time in what, a week that he's had some sort of potential attack. Right, so Avanti's now moving. But the question is anything rooted? Oh, so it's thrown at Nathan, right? Okay, I get you. So we should be able to move up to Haymarket in just a moment, but then we're going to have to be forced to sit there. So we'll remove the RA because we're not against the red light anymore. Might as well just crawl in slowly just so we can waste a few more valuable pointless seconds. Hey, dear me. Yeah, brilliant for the sound. Like I say, compared to what we've had already, and the beauty of it is we're not hearing the other 385s come up from about 3 miles away and getting close to us either. A 385 can go past us and we can't hear them going past. It's nice and fairly silent. And that horrible noise. I don't know if this would work on, say, Cathcart Circle and you hear the 385 going past you. I don't know if it'll blank it out then. As we are against a red light again, we will do safety first. What have we actually got in here at the moment? Vanti going in, I'm guessing that's another one coming out. We are in all the way over here. There's a first. Actually, have they opened these up then? Because... oh no, it's the other two you can't get into, isn't it? You can get in these. 5, I'm guessing. Don't know. No idea. Oh no, we'll just wait until it's our turn. That ticket command now should be up to date if anyone decides to use it, which I wouldn't have thought that you would do, but you never know. Just gonna have a play around with something in the background, 2 seconds. Andrew Davis is a valid ticket for travel. There's a first. No more fair dodging for you then. I know what you're like with Northern. Get on at Horwich Parkway. Well, not really. Yeah, get on at Horwich Parkway and get off at Lostock. Not get charged for it. Yeah, I've noticed with Northern as well that you can get on. I think it's if you got like a 6-car train, obviously with 2 3s put together, and you can't walk through the middle. I've noticed now that Northern don't check the first half of the train. It's always the second half. So, what have we got over here then? Oh, hello. Got it all going on here, haven't we, eh? My only concern is, are you actually using diesel or are you running on electric? I mean, you would run on electric from here anyway. But I do wonder if that pantograph stayed up regardless. Wrong side, you know? What a silly idiot. It's the 1020 calling it somewhere. Oh, right, it's terminating Edinburgh apparently. Fair enough. Nope, wrong button. Yeah, that's one of the old tricks. Fair dodgers go in the toilets and have a fag and whatnot, or just hide, think they're getting away with it. I think pretty much everywhere around here now, you've got ticket barriers to get through, and if you don't now, you can't really buy a ticket on the train anymore, depending on which TOC it is. I think Northern you can still do that, depending on if the conductor's in a good mood or not. Harwich is becoming barriered soon. That's going to cause scenes on match days. Yeah, well, I'm surprised it wasn't barriered already, because that is literally right outside the stadium, isn't it? And as I said to you, when we go past it, when I'm taking my lad to the hospital and whatnot, I've noticed a few Bolton fans getting on the train coming back, and I windily joke and turn around and say, "When's this promotion party at then?" Which obviously is still a bit sore probably for you, but compared to this season, I think you'd rather have last season all over again. Right, well, we can go now anyway, well, within reason. Did I shut the doors? No, I didn't. We'll just pretend that he buzzed it back. So you know that time I've just wasted there, I probably could have done some stoppers on the way in instead of making it fast. That light's come on a bit late. What I'll do is I'll route hop to Fife, when I remember where the marker is, and then we'll just go on whatever goes out first. I can't remember if I've still got the Fife timetable mod installed or not. I know I've got everything else of it installed, but I'm not sure if I've got the 5 mod for the timetable. It might be a case I might have to quit out and go back in. Yeah, the Lost Stock Station, because obviously you've got your main station, you've got the branch line behind it, haven't you? Is that for Wigan Woolgate? Or like services to and from Wigan Woolgate? Oh, they have opened it up over it, because you can't actually get over it normally. And I think we've got Avanti next to us too. So this will be interesting, because I'm not going to be able to route hop now. Because unless the mod has enabled me access to places where I shouldn't, then I'm pretty certain this area is actually closed off in the main timetable because it wasn't actually finished. Yeah, take your time, man. I'm only on for about another hour or so. Right, let's get this door open, if it's going to let me. Not going to let me open the door, is it? Right, let's get up. Abandoned ship. Because I'm pretty certain the only way you can get out is by going under. Which of course we can't do because there is no underpass. And in fact I've actually got an invisible wall, so I can't go any further than that anyway. No, I can't even walk through the train. That's slightly concerning, isn't it? Press the wrong door, go away. Right, so let's lock these doors. Right, never mind all that rubbish. Let's return to free roam. Now, right, well that didn't quite work as I was planning. I was hoping it was going to chop me in the other end. Let's have a nosy. Surely it's going to let me walk through the train because I'm still inside it. I mean, I did lock the doors, so I'm not sure why it's telling me to carry on locking them, but alright, okay. So we had an invisible wall that we've managed to beat. Prior to the point I was saying, though, there's no way to escape the platform because there's no underpass. So that was here, theoretically, a flipping stupid idea. So I can't even route hop to 5. Right, so let me go back to the main menu. But I'm just going to quickly change scene briefly. I'm hoping that's not too noisy for you. Can turn it down a little bit if it is too noisy. just while I'm having a mess about in the menu. And I do not have a 5 mod installed. Marvellous. Alright, that's fine. We can just do... we'll just do a run to leaving or something. We'll do that one. Right, we'll go to leaving.
Welcome aboard the Scotland service to...
I do believe the 170 also has a sound mod on it. Oh, wrong button. We'll go with that for a minute. Oh, it don't like me running away, does it? Right, whatever. Get off. Pretty certain I had some announcements going on then. Don't know if anyone's there and they heard them as well. Back to Haymarket. Yeah, we'll run it up to leave, and then I'll have to literally leaving it along. Okay, I've probably just lost the last viewers that I've actually got now with that very bad pun, but never mind. Oh, what have I not turned on here now? Thought I had that turned on. Yeah, don't care about religion, just leave it off. That gives me the option to have a run around then. So approaching Haymarket stop now. Surprisingly, actually quite close then, see. Make sure I wasn't hearing things then, announcements. Maybe I was. Get them doors open. Right, let's go for the old-fashioned grip and rip, shall we? Edinburgh Gateway is next. Is anybody else having a drive on Train Sim World at all today, tomorrow, whenever, tonight? Already been on and had enough? Branch away in a minute, so we're heading towards the 5 circle itself. As you can see, our wires have already disappeared because obviously it's fully diesel this way. Branch round to the right hand side. We are allowed to go back up to 90, however I won't be doing that as we are due to stop shortly. Stand behind the yellow line, please, thank you. Don't be getting no sucking off action going on. Get behind the yellow line. Welcome back, Camilla. You would not miss much. We're off to Leven. And we're late. So we are typical ScotRail services. I think we call it pretty much everywhere. Dalmeny, North Queens Ferry, Inverkeithing, Delgaty Bay, Aberdour, Burnt Island, is it? Kinghorn, Kirkcaldy, Cameron Bridge and Leven, arriving at precisely 8 AM. Although with my drone we'll probably get there about 5 past. Seems to be quite quiet this one today. The other day when I did my old mate, it was quite interesting, but obviously that was a new route, wasn't it? That's where, let's be honest, no one really wants to play the Scottish stuff. Got about just under 90 seconds to do 3 miles. I think we're going to be even later than the about a minute that we was before. Yeah, the new branch. It's the new branch. Yeah, showing the new timetables now. Yeah, though. I'm sure that'll come when it's ready. Yeah, 170 is proper sluggish, isn't it? Can't even get it any faster than 79. I mean, it's a good job there's an 80 limit coming up anyway. Put the brakes on as late as we possibly can, just to try and claw back a little bit of time. But then don't overshoot at the same time. All these passengers that are on here, and they're all leaving the platform. You'd expect them all to be getting on. North Queens Ferry next, and of course now the famous Forth Bridge. We'll try and make up some of that time a little bit. AWS ping there didn't work. Well, I'm not going to be picking the time up on this bit, am I really? Let's be honest, at 50. Let's hope that Inverkeithing's got a bit of a nice wait for us. little bit over the stop marker, but never mind. At least we know the whole train's going to be on. Not to worry, Amella. You do what you need to do. I'll, like I say, I'm going to get to leave and I'm going to finish, so... Get off my tracks. Shouldn't be stood there. Neither should you. Get off. See something suspicious and all that. Yep. Inverkeithing next, platform 2. And then we'll branch to the right hand side of the circle. Well, it's strange how you call this a circle, because apart from the little branch single liner, you wouldn't actually get a service that does a full circle. Unlike Cathcart, where there is. I think we may have clawed back that time. Now I might take that comment back. Got a little bit back. It was about a minute and a half down, so we managed to slash that in half. Yeah, so back on to before. Who's excited for the Cardiff City network then? Obviously that's coming out on the 18th, and then obviously we've got the aforementioned Dutch route, Zwolle to Groningen. No date on that yet, although we do know that it is going to be end of March area. Dalgety Bay is next. Good afternoon, Dean. How are we doing, buddy? All things good here. You join us on a early morning leaving service. did a Edinburgh to Glasgow 385 between Glasgow Queen Street in Edinburgh earlier on. We used the new PC mod timetable that came out, which is centred around December 2024. You've still not been to Leven on the route yet, and yeah, it's all good. Yeah, the Leven branch is a nice little addition. You can see where Rivet have done the extension though, because well, you won't be able to see it on this because I've got the ballast mod in front installed. But if you play it on the normal route, you can see the difference in ballast colours. So your first time going to Leven on this route, and it's where I'm going to be in a minute. Although now it's typical Scottish weather and it's decided to piss down. Oh, we're a little bit late again. That's a very good question. I didn't realise it was only 720p. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to adjust it. That might be something I'll have to look at in a future time. Well, I'm doing it via OBS, so I'm not sure if there's something I've done or whatever. I have no idea. But this rain's doing it now, so off. Want my nice sunshine back. Let's get them wipers turned off. Yeah, I'll have to have a look about the streaming settings afterwards, because I'll be honest with you, not something I know what I'm doing with that. For some reason I'm not really getting high above 60 mile an hour here. Hopefully it's playing alright though, still, even if it is only 720p. It looks alright my end. I've got the stream open as well as I'm watching along, just so I know everything's going okay. And it looks quite clear on my end. Picture is a bit blurry. Yeah, like I say, I'm actually ending the stream when I get to leave anyway, so I'm not going to froth around with something now. I'll have to just work it out for next time. It could just be an easy fix, but for someone that's completely clueless about a PC, I wouldn't have a clue what I need to play with. And for the first time on this service, we are actually only by a couple of seconds early. Oh, hello. Don't do that. Hold on, let's just whack that right up. I don't know. This could make it better or it could make it worse. You'll have to let me know if that's actually improved it or not. Like I say, it looks quite clear on my end anyway. You're back off the metro now. Are you actually off the train or are you still on it, Miller? I'll be streaming Cardiff City Network on day 1. I will probably be streaming it on day 2. Just obviously the PC release is 6 PM, isn't it? And it's a bit late in the evening. Well, it's not a bit late in the evening, but time-wise for me, anything in the evening is pretty much non-existent to stream. Much appreciated, Dean. Slip the brakes on a little bit now because the gradient being downhill should take us up to the it. Transfer into a different line now. Oh right, okay. So you've had, I'm guessing, an M7 already. What's next? Taking the subway to the LNR. So, oh, right, okay. Burnt Island is next. To bring it down to 40. Although the gradient should help us if we just leave it in brake notch 1. I'll take that back about the gradient now that we're going downhill. We're due to stop here anyway. And surprise, surprise, we're back late again. That'll do it. Not quite on the mark, but we'll all do it. Another one coming in there, going back to Edinburgh. Kinghorn is next. It depends. It's a good route and it's better than the original one. The downside to this newer one is you have to know the safety systems. If you don't know them, you're going to struggle because you cannot turn them off. That is one lovely sunrise, that, isn't it? Let's use free now. Sorry if that's a bit noisy in your ear holes for a moment, but that is quite a nice... quite nice, that. I'm not in the mood for screenshots now anyway, I'll do that later in my own time. Thanks everybody for popping in. Do appreciate it. I'm not, like I've said many a time before, I'm not one of those that will ask for likes and follows. I don't really believe in all that. I'm a case of, if you're liking what you are seeing, you'll come back. And if you really do really like it, then obviously you'll choose to subscribe and follow and whatnot. So yeah, I'm not really going to ask for all that. If you do like what you see, you'll come back again, won't you? Bit fast into the 30 marker, but we are actually a minute early. I think yes, MLA. I think this also has the sound mod. This was also recommended in the Edinburgh, Glasgow recommendations, requirements, things, whatever you want to call it. So I literally just clicked on everything possible and just took it as it came. I'll be honest with you, I'm so far on DTS at the moment because I just don't have time to watch a series. If I want to watch a series, I'd like you, I'd have to binge watch it. I just can't get into a series if it's one episode at a time. So I think I'd have to check my Netflix, but I'm actually pretty certain that I'm still back in the season where they are in the background of the whole Max and Lewis fiasco in 21. That's how far back on DTS I am. Going early. Your suitcase isn't coming on my train, love. Wait for the next one. Caldy next. The closest station to Scottish Championship side Wraith Rovers. Disclaimer that they are not actually featured in the game. Yeah, see, I always leave early if I can, Dean. They've gotten a lot of time to get on and that's it. Otherwise they wait for the next one. I get paid to drive the train, not paid to wait around. Well, I don't get paid to drive the train at all, but you get my drift. It's the same with anything that we want to watch, really. The missus likes watching that Hunted programme on Channel 4. But again, if there's a series on, we'll wait until it's completely finished and then we will watch it from start to finish. And it was the same with, probably people are going to cringe at this now, it was the same with Squid Game as well. We wouldn't watch it episode by episode, we'd have to wait for the entire season to be on there. Wraith Rovers Stadium is just to our right hand side. So I'm going to ask Andrew, will you be up at 4 AM next weekend? Obviously the Australian Grand Prix next week. I'm in two minds whether to watch it live or wait for the replay. Obviously I'm over to the football this Saturday, but then having to rely on trains back from there and transport back from there to the house and whatnot. I won't get back home till about 8 o'clock. By the time I had tea and whatnot, I'm not going to want to get up again at R3 to watch a race to go back to sleep. Yeah, you'll probably still be awake at that point, and me staying awake late now is long past. I'm too old for that crap now. Now I'm watching my teenage daughter stay awake till stupid o'clock in the hours. So I think to myself, how the hell can you do it? But then of course we all did it when we were that age. So we'll shut our doors. Cameron Bridge, I think, is our next station. 7.1 miles, so we will be branching off to the Leven section soon. But of course the ballast mod's on this, so you wouldn't see where the connection is. Oh, are you staying awake as well for the race at 4 AM, Dean? Maybe you should get active on the F1 channel in the Discord server then, because that gets quite a lot of quite a lot of traffic when there's a race on, or just prior, or just after. The slow crawl up now. I mean, we've got 11 minutes to get to Cameron Bridge. For 11 minutes at 6.8 miles, you're thinking, how does that even work? But I think once you branch off, the maximum speed you can get, I think, is 45. Yeah, the earlier start time, I don't mind doing the 4 o'clock. I'd do it any other point in the season. I just don't know if I'm going to do it on the first one. Anytime there's an early race on like that, I look at the missus because she likes to watch it. And she's like, don't even bother waking me up. Speaking of Discord, did you see the banter in the football meet in Newcastle? Dan Newcastle? Yeah, I'm not making the sense of that one. Oh, hang on a minute. Do you mean Paul? Yeah, I saw a bits of it. It's all banter between football fans at the end of the day. Well, it's all banter when it doesn't involve your team anyway. Thankfully, there's nobody in there that I have to worry about. There was originally, but they've already left, so... Right, I think the branch is coming up soon. I'm sure you will, and I'm sure the return of the favour is when you actually don't win promotion to the Premier League, because let's be honest, you're not getting it. Especially when Leeds absolutely crucify us on Sunday anyway. Liverpool's actually going to that cup final. Yeah, I just think it's going to be Leeds, Burnley and Sheffield United that go up this year. I'm not just saying that because you're a Sunderland fan, but that just seems to be the way it's going at the moment, because they're the three that only seem to be getting the results. Okay, so we'll branch off now. I think we're safe, just. I think we'll get crucified by Leeds, but then we've got Plymouth on Wednesday. So as long as we can win that, then that'll keep us the gap. I think we're going to get stuffed against Preston. Just because we're away, we can't seem to win away at all. Yeah, Botman's injured for the season now. Lewis Hall's out for the season. The Anthony Gordon red card's not being appealed at all. That was a bit stupid of him, in all fairness. But then that's what happens with football teams, isn't it? It's injuries. You know, look at us. We've got 9 first-team injuries for the season-long ending, and 5 of them are central defenders. You know, it gets that bad that our 2 main central defenders that were ruled out for the season in December, January, we brought 2 new defenders in, and yeah, they both went off injured against QPR last week, and now they're both out for the season too. And of course now, the window's shut, there's nothing we can do about it. Which is why we have to keep playing Marlon back in the centre-back, because we haven't actually got any left. Yeah, I want to say that Luton, Plymouth and Cardiff are doomed. But it's so choppy and changing at the moment. I mean, Hull beat us. Although I won't mention names, but yeah, certain referees in the EFL that shouldn't be a referee. And that one in that Luton Portsmouth game was definitely one of them. Hull did beat Plymouth. That's correct, they did. So it wasn't Hull I'm thinking of then. It was Derby. Derby was the other one I was thinking of. I think Derby are doom and gloom already. There's no coming back for that one. But we do have Derby to play as well again this season. We've got Hull on the last day. We've got Plymouth midweek. We've got Derby to come to Fratton as well. And then we've got a couple of like the playoff contenders. Got Coventry. So it's gonna be a rough ride. I mean, I'm glad it's not going to go down to a last day decider anymore, because I think 6 points will be enough 6 points will be enough, and then that will guarantee us a South Coast derby with Scomanton next season, because they're as good as down. He's only come in because he was getting no backing at Blackburn. I think they've come in and it's like, yeah, we know we're going down, but you can rebuild us from next season in League One. And then everyone in League One can take the piss out of them again because they were just yo-yoing. I mean, it's as well as good as done and dusted that Birmingham are winning League One. It's just a case of who's getting the automatics after that. Is it going to be Wrexham? Is it going to be Wickham? I think Stockport's still another shout as well. Sure to be arriving into Cameron Bridge. So I mean the max speed on this branch is 45, which is probably why it takes so long. I'll be really surprised if Wrexham do go up though to bounce up, because they'll be doing like a Luton Town, won't they? They'll be going from like non-league to, well, I mean they got to the Premier League, but they'll be going all the way up in so many years. I mean, you kind of expected Birmingham to win League One anyway, with the amount of money they spend. Oh, it's 30 there, never mind. But the question is though, is it going to be League One again for Bolton next season? Yeah, but you might be hitting some form with Schumacher, but ideally what you need to be worrying about is yourself rather than other teams. Of course, if things go in your favour, of course. But ideally you need to focus on your job in hand rather than doing your job in hand and then hoping everybody else is going to play ball. I think I'd like Bolton to come up. I missed out on tickets last season for the League One clash. Obviously because it was top of the table, wasn't it? You know, we was up top. I think Bolton was Bolton third at that point. I can't remember. I know it ended in like a 1-1. But yeah, I was unable to get the tickets because I wasn't in the points category for that. I'm only lucky to get tickets this time because we've been given 5,700 for Preston away. almost approaching leaving station, the final service on this journey, and our final stop in this stream. No idea when I'll be on next. Definitely won't be over the weekend. And I might wait for Cardiff before I go on stream again. The links will appear here, there and everywhere when I do go live. I don't share them beforehand. Probably should do, because it probably would gain more interest, but there we are. It's UK Gamer 420. Hey, you're sorry you're late, and unfortunately you are a bit too late because I'm about to end. I'm absolutely fine today, thank you. How are you? Leaving station is our last stop. I'm not sure if this is true to reality in real life, stopping all the way up here. I would expect it to go all the way up to the buffers, but we'll go with it. No, not a good night with the asthma. That's not great. Right, I'm off going to take the dog for a walk. So I'll see you next time. Might go live later. Yeah. All right. Take care, Dean. Before I'll disappear, it's UK Gamer. I'll show you that thing that I meant about layers. I'll do it inside this timetable rather than having to hop out to since you're about to end, boss. Yeah, cheers, Mel, for popping in. Take care, mate. I will just return to timetable, and what I'll do is I'll show this layer thing. I'll do it inside this route because it won't allow me to do it anywhere else. So, I think I have to potentially go back. So this option here, where the mouse is now, if you click on that, when you're on mild main line, just click on the ones you don't want and take off. And then what it'll do is, for example, we'll take off the Flying Scotsman just for a second for this route. It won't hide it from here. But if it appears as AI in the actual service that you pick, it won't show, basically. And then every time you reset the console, it'll reset. So every time you play it, you will have to go into the layer section. But the layer section itself, this option here is on every single option of the route. So you will always find it. Anyway, hopefully that's clear enough for you. But for me, I'm going to disappear. Thanks everyone for popping in, and I hope to catch you all next time. And yeah, if you want to leave me a like, feel free. If you want to subscribe, feel free. I'm not one of those that will ask for it. I'll appreciate it if you do. And yeah, until then, take care. Bye bye.